Are you out there getting it? That's Delivered Podcast. Let's go. Are you out there? You out there getting it? Welcome back to another episode of That's Delivered, your go-to podcast for everything trucking. I'm your host, Ray, and today we have a special guest, two special guests. It's a real treat for us. We have Sam and Mickey Esterholm. They are a key figure in the Prentice, Wisconsin trucking community, and someone who has played a big part in the 2023 Prentice Truck Show, as well as the upcoming show on August 31st. So welcome to the show, Sam and Mickey. How are you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Nice. And I'm glad you came on board. And the time you guys spend getting things ready, I know it's a lot to do, so we don't want to take too much of your valuable time. I'll just start by asking real quick, Sam, before we delve into the details of the Prentice Truck Show, I would love to hear how the trucking industry was something that you got into. What's your story? Can you share that with us?
Sure. Trucks. It started in the sandbox when I was a kid. My dad, my grandpa used to own trucks and dump trucks and lowboy trucks, stuff like that for equipment. So it all stemmed from there. I was addicted to trucks from probably 4 years old and on. And my brother, I have two other brothers, and my younger brother, me and him were pretty close in age, like 3 years apart. He was really into the heavy equipment side of things. He loved the excavators, dozers, all that kind of stuff, but I was always into the truck side. So I would ride with in the dump trucks and stuff like that when I was young, the old school stuff, the 5 and the 4s, that kind of thing. And I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. Well, then when I got older, our family business stems upon plumbing, like septic systems, water and sewer service, that kind of stuff. So it was always around the equipment, and you always needed the trucks to get the equipment there. And so we did that family business stuff for quite a while, I guess, until 2000, what was it, 2004, I believe it was. I wanted to just drive truck, have my own truck. So up here in the Northwoods, there's a lot of log industry, the raw forest products. So one of the main things you do around here is you have a log truck, and summertimes are a little touch and go because of the weather. Wintertime is the farmer's go time, make hay while the sun shines kind of thing. Wintertime, everything's frozen up here, so it's like go time. So I got into that, bought my own truck in 2004, I believe it was, and started doing that. Like I said, during the spring, we have the shutdown for spring breakup. That's when the roads are posted. You can't travel on them, so on and so forth. Town roads, county roads, so on. So then I got into flatbedding a little bit just to fill in the gaps, and we would tote lumber around, stuff like that, basically Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, stuff like that. And I don't know, it's always been just a passion, just trucks.
Nice.
The further I keep going with trucks, the more experience you get. Well, then we start working on our own trucks. And so we've got a shop building here, and we just do our own stuff, really. But I try and take care of every aspect of it, from booking loads to hauling myself to fixing everything yourself, just like your normal entrepreneur, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it all stemmed, is family.
Nice. There's a common thread for a lot of truckers. Family is important. A lot of times, they even share what they know to another family member. So those are some good stories to share. I appreciate that. What are some memorable experiences or challenges you faced during the time as a trucker?
2008.
Okay.
When everything was going downhill and fuel prices were skyrocketing. I had two trucks myself. I drove one, and I had one employee in one. And like I said, during the spring of the year when things get really slow, that was tough because we were hauling, and I'm trying to keep the employees happy and stuff like that. So we were hauling product, and I was going backwards just to make sure we kept employees happy and
Wow.
stuff like that. And that was tough. That was super tough because I had only been in it on my own, for them 4 years or whatever. And then this came around, and that was about the toughest for sure.
Yeah. That was a tough time.
Yeah.
Glad you guys got through it. What are some of the things that kept you guys going?
Determination,
Mhm.
the fear of failure.
Nice.
Just you gotta go. You gotta dig deep. So that's what we did. We just kept going. Things got a little bit better. I had different negotiations with some of the people we were contracted to haul with, sit down meetings with bigger corporate stuff. And yeah, it was little old me up against the big guys just trying to beg for some money or assistance, fuel surcharges, stuff like that. And yeah, I didn't I threw
Was
it all out there. I didn't know what else to do. And
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it worked. They came to terms with us and we kept going. It wasn't great, but obviously just like the rest of the economy, it started picking back up later on, 2010, stuff like that. And yeah, we're just still here, still kicking.
Nice. Wow, that's awesome. Those speaking of those experiences, probably can lead right into what inspired you to start Prentice Truck Show. Was there any particular moment or vision that you had that gave you this creativity to take that lead?
Um, okay, so in the town we live in, it's just a tiny little town, like 600 people, right? So we have our Prentice Progress Days where every year you get your little your carnival rides, and such. But it's real small. So again, back to the passion for the trucks and everything like that, and just I don't know, it just keeps growing every year. My passion for trucking or trucks in general, and I wanted to do something. Me and my wife talked about it, Mickey, and it's like, well, if we talk to the board, I guess it is, right?
Village board.
Yeah, the village board, and kind of brought this idea up. I kind of had talked to some buddies about it and stuff like that. And I said, "Hey, do you think a truck show would ever fly here?" And they're like, "Oh man, yeah, I'd bring my truck. I'd bring, all these guys are saying this." And so they kind of fueled the fire a little bit. I had attended quite a few truck shows, just just watching, being a spectator.
Mm.
And I thought if we could do something like this in this small little town just to try and keep people here, because basically our town only has like, softball tournaments, a couple carnival rides, bake shows, that kind of stuff, your normal little community things. And I thought if we could do something like this, like a car show or truck show, whatever, but I was really into trucks. So I thought with the network of people, we could get some trucks to show up. It would just keep spectators around for the day. It would give them something else to look at, something else to do. And so we tried it in 2019 was the first year. And how many trucks did we have then?
First year, I think we had 21.
Something like that.
Mhm.
So it really it blew my socks off. I mean, honestly, I thought we were going to get like 4 or 5 trucks, and teach their, whatever. It is what it is. But we had 21 trucks, and everyone that was involved in it, friends and family. I mean, donating a time, to try and organize everything, and it was awesome. Really set the bar. It really blew me away. And a lot of the community people around too were like, "Oh man, that was really cool." It was something different. They had never been to a truck show. A lot of them haven't, because let's face it, not everybody is in the semi trucks like we are, right?
Right.
So that kind of started it in 2019, and COVID came. That put the damper on 2020, and then we got it fired back up in 21. And we had less trucks. We had less trucks that year. I think it was like 19 or something like that. But it was still good. It was still positive feedback. We added some little elements to it. We had live music then and stuff, and
Mhm.
served food and drinks and what have you. And it all kind of coincided with the Prentice Progress Days, the little fair or carnival. What do you call it? I don't know. But anyway, so it kind of it blended pretty good with that. And then obviously during the Progress Days, they have their parade. So I incorporated the trucks to do the parade as well.
Wow.
And I got a lot of feedback on that. Everyone was pretty blown away. A lot of positive feedback because
Good, good,
parade
good.
up here is a lot of fire trucks and stuff like that and different things. And to have that many semis go through the parade, it was pretty cool. It was pretty awesome actually.
Wow.
But we continued that in 20. That was a little fewer trucks, but still good feedback and everything. And then what? Yeah. 22 and 3. Then we had it up we had a different location at the school track because the track was out of commission. So they let us do it on the actual track for the running track for the school. The
Okay.
infield, we could do it in there, and it worked out really good. A lot better venue there. And what? Yeah, what did we end up with last year? Yeah, 43 trucks last year.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's really awesome. It really is.
That's awesome. Man, what a great story. Now, as you look at the impact that Prentice Truck Show has on the community, Sam, how do you think it's contributing to bringing people together and celebrating trucking culture?
Hey, truckers, I want to talk to you about something every driver needs: a safe and reliable place to park. Long hauls, tight schedules, and a constant hunt for a good spot can be stressful. That's where Truck Parking Club comes in. Truck Parking Club is a game changer you've been waiting for. They make finding truck parking as easy as checking your map, with options for daily, monthly, and even trailer only parking. You've got flexibility at your fingertips. Their nationwide network means you can park confidently, knowing there's a spot waiting for you, whether you're crossing the state or the country. And here's the kicker: Truck Parking Club lets you book and pay online, so there's no hassle when you pull in. Just reserve your spot and get back to what matters the most: hitting the road and making those miles count. Right now, we've got an exclusive deal just for you. Use the promo code DELIVERED at checkout for additional $25 off. That's right, $25 off for promo code DELIVERED, just for listening to That's Delivered podcast. Don't settle for risky roadside parking. Trust Truck Parking Club to keep you and your rig secure. Check them out at truckparkingclub.com. Use promo code DELIVERED for your special discount. Tell them Ray from That's Delivered sent you.
Well, I think it brings quite a few people together. Just to add a little insight too, everything we do with the truck show, none of it me or Mick, there's what do you call it, like a nonprofit kind of. We're not even set up like a business but everything we do with the truck show is completely donated. Our time is donated for it. Any of the money that's made from the truck show, 100% of all that money goes back to the Prentice Fire Department. What last year, the school, we had our the registration fee for the trucks to come into the show. We asked for a donation of a school supply. Oh, we had, I don't know how, it was a mountain of school supplies. It was great. So you could take all of that and we brought it to the school, and you give it to the school for the kids that can't don't have any school supplies, and they disperse it as necessary, but it was none of it. I don't know how to say it really. There's no profit. We get nothing out of it, out of just sheer joy in the end.
Man, wow, that is quite a story alone right there. I mean, man, you think about how can you give, and you guys took it to the max. I think that's very commendable. And
We're trying. We're trying.
yeah,
Again, it's
I
a
mean
tiny
that
little
effort.
community, so we don't have the population, So you're
Yeah,
trying to draw people in, and God bless their souls, all 43 trucks that showed up. I mean, we had people as far as where was they're from Green Bay and southern Wisconsin, Minnesota. I mean, people are traveling 300 miles to come to our little rinky dink truck show. And
that's
yeah,
that's
Wabash.
great.
Yeah, it was. It's a feeling like I've never had before. Just the support, I guess.
Nice, nice. That says it all. I mean, the support, being able to give some of the greatest joys you can get as a human being.
Oh,
That's
God.
great, man. Wow. Um, Another question is, as you look at the impact of, let's see, looking ahead, what are some hopes and plans for the future that you see from this truck show? Any exciting developments or expansions on the horizon?
We talk about it every year. We're I'm not trying to speak negative here at all, but the way our community is set up, the lay of the land, so to speak,
Mhm.
um, it was really nice to do it at the Prentice Track and Field, the track there on the infield. But they're redoing that for the children, obviously, to have track meets there. And so we have to do it in a different location. And the problem is the size of our community is so small. So you take our truck show and you move it quarter mile away from the rest of the venue, it feels like it really gets split up and divides the community a little bit. So that's one huge hurdle that we're trying to come up and resolve. But I just don't know. Yeah, it's just location based. We're trying to figure that one out.
That's the hot topic. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that
that's the
makes sense.
hurdle. I would love to add stuff to it though. I really would. I think it would draw more people in. I would love to have something like even in Casson at the Big Iron Classic where they have the truck pulls and stuff like that
Oh,
along
yeah.
with the truck show. It is such a highlight of the weekend, and I would like to add an element of something like that where
Mhm.
it just keeps people entertained.
Yep, yep. A truck, nothing like a good truck pull. Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right.
Can you also share with us some events that have happened at the truck show, competitions, live music, maybe? You mentioned that. Food trucks or anything like that?
We try to, as far as the food and the drinks go and stuff like that, everything is what, how do you,
Fire department.
I mean, the fire department supplies the food, the drinks and whatnot. So I mean, everything we sell for them goes back to the fire department. So we try and keep it all in-house. We don't have food trucks there.
Okay.
Um, the Progress Days, they have the chicken dinners and stuff that they've had for, well, since way before I was, 50 years ago, before I was even born, probably.
Mhm.
So that's their thing. But yeah, we try and get other people like, sponsorship or even people to come up and set up tents, just to, who did we have? We had, yeah, Hutch Leatherworks, they make hats and leather stuff. The Matco guy, Devin Curler, a friend of mine, he set up his truck, just to exhibit things. And Ezra Grauman with his interiors, he makes some pretty state-of-the-art interiors. Adam Johnson, he runs some of his interiors too, one at Louisville with him. So he's kind of big time it in here for a small town kid. It's pretty proud of him.
Nice.
But yeah, we just try and it's open to anything. And the thing of it is with this whole truck show, I didn't want it to be a truck show where it's competition and you know how that gets.
Oh,
People start, you know,
yeah.
a little bit of a ruckus with that kind of thing. So the way we set up our truck show, when it comes to awards or gifts or anything, we don't do any trophies. We don't do plaques, nothing like that. Through all the sponsors that we get for the truck show, say it's truck equipment places or donations, cash donations, so on and so forth. We set up usable prizes with somewhat of a dollar value to them. One of the ones that pops into my mind was last year, the year before, iState Truck Center out of Marshfield. They donated a 3/4 inch torque wrench, a snap-on torque wrench.
No way.
But yeah, so it's those
Wow.
kind of prizes that we give. And last year, how many places did we? Well, let me explain. I'm going to go back. So the way we do this is we set up little buckets in front of each truck. Every registrant for a truck gets a bucket.
Okay.
Now, you, the spectator, you, the truck owner, you, whoever, you buy tickets.
Okay.
And you can buy as many tickets as you want. You walk around, you drop your tickets into whatever trucks you want to win, whatever you think is your favorite.
Right.
Doesn't matter. You, the owner, could buy all the tickets you want, put them all in your bucket so you're guaranteed to win, right? And it doesn't matter because all of that money goes right back. It's to the fire department. Plus, the other portion of that ticket then gets drawn for a 50-50 raffle. So all of this money, it's kind of like I don't know. How do you?
Give back to the community type thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just
Huge generator for.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's completely donation based.
And it's
Nice.
all spectator voting, so there's not this big edge on,
Yeah. Last year's grand prize winner was Gail Ettinger, a guy from our area here. Now he's old school trucking. I mean, if there was ever to be old school trucking to be had, it was Gail. So he's got this cab over that he has,
Oh.
and it's a 1973 Kenworth.
Huh.
And me and a couple buddies went and we tried to help. I've been on him for I don't know how many years. Well, ever since we've done it, because this cab over is set out in front of Gail's house. And he's right on the highway, so you see it every time you drive by. And it's like, Gail, you got to bring your cab over. You got to bring your cab over. There's a huge family story behind that cab over. It's really awesome. You should actually do a podcast with him someday.
Is that the one that's on the cover of the Facebook?
yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So there's a story behind this.
Awesome story. So it's a family truck bought brand new back in 1973. I'm not even you got to talk to him. You got to talk to him. I'm not going to do it. So anyway, there was a group of us that went down just a few weeks before we actually had our truck show, because I've been on Gail you got to bring your truck. You got to bring your truck, because it's not just the truck. It's the whole story with the truck.
Wow.
So there was a group of us that went down to another mechanic shop down here, Nick's Truck Repair. God bless his soul. Donated a bunch of stuff to get Gail's truck up and going. Bunch of us donated time to just fix on it and get it running so he could attend the parade and be the parade marshal and bring his truck to the show finally. And he did. So he won last year. And just the appreciation he had towards all of us and just being able to bring the truck to a show and the people that surrounded him and just listened to the story. And that to me is better than a lot of things.
Yeah.
I mean, even like us I don't know how to say it. I get lost for words here, but just the satisfaction
Mhm.
of doing this, to have that kind of element happen on your watch.
Yeah, I can tell it's your heart. You know, you guys put your heart and soul into it, and And I can hear it resonate right through here. I can feel it. And man, that's got to be great to witness. So
Yeah.
it's got to be, people got to love coming to your show. I hope it continues. I hope it grows, continues to give to the community. A lot of good vibes. That's really good. You guys are
I
doing a great job with that.
We try and we
Hmm.
try and try, and enough can't be said for everyone that participates. You have no idea how good that makes me feel when we like last year, 43 trucks come rolling in. I had friends that were looking at me saying, Sam, you're gonna run out of room. The parade doesn't quit.
Nice.
Great.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, in the community. I think the community likes it too. I've never had anything negative. You know how you always get that one negative person somewhere, right? But I didn't. I didn't get
Right.
one.
It's always a one. How about that? That's good. We don't need that. Yeah. We keep it rolling the way it's going, you know? It sounds like a great show. Anything you also like to highlight about the show? You don't have to have anything, but anything else you want to squeeze in, highlight, so we
You, Mick?
make sure you get it?
I think of no.
Yeah, I don't know. It's little old us and little old Prentice. Not big at all, but
Just trying to bring people into the community
yeah.
and support.
Nice. Small town with a big heart. Yeah.
Yep.
Trying to
That's what it
be,
shows.
buddy. Trying
Yeah.
to be.
Excellent. Wow, I am more than thrilled to be a part of it as well. So, absolutely enjoyed your time with me and our listeners. I'm sure they will enjoy listening to your story. You guys did a very nice job sharing that with us. If you're interested and you're listening to this content, and don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe for the latest updates and videos on everything trucking. You can also make sure you show your support by going to Northwoods Truck Show. They also have their information on Facebook. Huge following there as well. And we look forward to their success and hearing more from them. I also got to find out the story about the truck.
You have to.
Yeah. Well, we can talk later about that. So you guys, thank you so much for your time, and we'll close it out. Please to make sure you guys subscribe and like. Thanks again, and thanks for tuning in, everyone. And keep on trucking, and keep on showing all that great love and respect for the truck drivers in your area and the firefighters. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's delivered, baby.